Well, I had just had surgery on my foot, so my sister and my grandniece came, my aunt and my cousin came, and so that was just lots of fun. That's what I think is most fun about Christmas at the monastery. It's the same people that come back over and over, and it's like a family reunion. You know, everybody comes and has a good time.
Each of our Christmas at the monastery events have been an opportunity where our friends, our oblates, just so many different people reconnect with us at that time just before Christmas, and it's a wonderful fundraiser for the community. We interact with those coming through our doors. We're grateful for our volunteers who help support us at this time. Just a fun time where we have a wonderful bakery, candy shop, other gifts that people can purchase. There's always the time for conversation and sharing the food, and also a time of prayer. And so it's just a wonderful gathering.
Well, I remember when we first started this, that I was so pleased to see that my brother and his wife had shown up, even though they had quite a ways to travel, and I didn't think they would be here. So that was a great surprise. Another thing that happened recently is that a friend of ours came to Christmas at the monastery, and I was working a booth, and it got so busy that she offered to help me to volunteer to do the serving that I needed to do to our guests. And so we find that our friends end up volunteering sometimes where we least expect.
Well, I've been thinking about that because my favorite, it's probably unusual, my favorite memory is on Friday, setup day, because I am so impressed with the energy of our volunteers and how everything goes so smoothly, at least to my eyes, of the setup. And by evening, it's all in place, or even before, or the different volunteers that have volunteered, especially from Agaf. I think they send volunteers over to help for the setup. And so I guess, and then the memory of the next morning is kind of the calm and restful, to gear up for the people who will come as our guests. And so there really is not one memory. It is all the memory of the whole event, which is exciting to me. What I'm looking forward to is the same thing, but I'm hoping that my brother and sister-in-law, actually they did come last year too, that they came from Alexandria to help. They volunteered. And to have them here working along with the cooks and with Mike, the maintenance people, and the setup, and the most of all is the cleanup. They helped Linda and the kids from Hill Murray to help put everything back together while we and our guests were at prayer for evening prayer. And so I'm hoping that this will happen again.
Like a lot of other years, I'm really looking forward to seeing people that I don't see the rest of the year who love coming to Christmas at the monastery, and also friends that they bring or family that they bring that we haven't met at all. And it's fun to give them a chance to see our monastery. And some of these people become friends and come every year.
Okay, one of my favorite things is the caramels that we have in our candy shop. Those usually go pretty fast, and so you have to get here early to get your quota of those. And just the number of people coming through our doors, and hopefully new people We welcome people as Christ, and that kind of lifts their dignity, those coming through our doors, and we hope they feel that loving welcome into a very peaceful, joyous environment. So I'm looking forward to seeing those who have come in the past, but also hopefully seeing a few new faces.
I like to make a lot of candies and bars and things, and I signed up to be in charge of it, so I know the sisters are going to make some of the goodies this year. I make salted nut rolls and double chocolate fudge truffles and some other, like special K bars and things like that, fudge. But the salted nut rolls and the double chocolate fudge truffles are the best.
It's not hard to get here, but if you consult with someone or your GPS, you'll find that it is simple to get here. I think many people are curious about what a monastery really looks like and who are these people that live in a monastery. I also would want them to see the whole corner here on Larpenteur and Century and how we share our space with some wonderful nonprofits. If you know that some of your relatives have been here before, in particular, people who for years have come to our celebrations, even when we were located on Summit Avenue, check with them to see if you could ride along just for the sake of meeting us and meeting our other friends.
I would say that, well, first of all, it is the largest fundraiser we have during the year, and that it's just a lot of fun. Just come and look around. We have a silent auction, and it's very simple to walk around and put your bids down and things like that, and just come to have a good time, be with friends.
Okay, I'm going to give you an example that I used last week when I gave a talk over to the women at Sacred Heart Parish in Robbinsdale. I took a lot of communication along, brochures from Annette and that kind of thing. And I talked about this, and they wanted to know what happened. So I told her the events, you'll get an invitation. I'll make sure that you get an invitation, and tells you the events and how you register. And it's a fun time. It's beautiful. Everything is decorated, just beautiful. Lots of good food, lots of wine, and silent auction. I told her the different events. And, oh, we're going to be there. I'm going to bring my daughter.
Come, give it a try. We're nice people. We welcome you to come and see and be. And it's a very unique opportunity. It's a good fundraiser for us. It's a good way for us to communicate with people what we have to offer here in this wonderful, peaceful home of ours. And so we extend that to those who come through our doors, and we welcome everyone.